Now, this strength of material, right? You see that a vertical tie of uniform strength is 20 meters long, right? If the area of the bar at lower end is 600 millimeter square, find the area at what the tie, right, is to carry what a load of 800 kilonewton. The material of the tie weighs what 80 kilonewton per what meter square. Okay, if you notice in all the examples I've been solving, I will first of all give you what the steps in solving them. Okay, please watch till the end because at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you one strategic thing you don't know about what getting things like this. Okay, now I've given you the steps. They are just 4 steps. They're very simple to solve them. Now the first step is to what derive what the parameters given. Now to derive the parameters, we'll see that a vertical tie of uniform strength is what 20 meters long. When I'm talking of long, you're talking of what length, right? Okay. We are talking of length is equal to what? 20 meters what? 20 meters. Okay. If the area of the lower bar, talking of what? Area of the what? Lower bar is equal to what? 600 millimeter square. Are you following now? Okay, I should find what the area, the second area. That is to say that the first area is what the lower one. So the one we are finding is what the upper bar, right? So area of the upper bar is equal to what unknown. Okay. So now let's say we should what? Okay, to carry a load. We're talking of load is equal to 800 kilonewton. Okay, that the material of the tie weighs. We are talking of weights. They are talking of what? Weight, right? Okay, so the weight is equal to what? 80 kilonewton per what? Meter square. Okay, now we are not going to just start solving this thing like this. Okay, first of all, we are going to start what with what breaking down the unit. Okay, they say that the length L is equal to what 20 meters. This one is meter already. Okay, so I'm going to what leave it. Okay, now they say that the area of what that is the area, that is the first area, right? A1 is equal to what 600 what millimeter. Converting this one, I'm going to convert it by saying that what 600 times so 10 raised to the power of what negative 6 meter square. Okay, the A2 is what unknown. Okay, we don't know the A2. Then the load, right? Load is equal to what 800 what times 1000 what Newton. Are you following now? Okay, now I'm talking of what weight. The weight is equal to what 80 what times 1000 what Newton per what meter square. Sorry, wait. Yes. Okay. Now, from this young man, we have done with what breaking the unit. The second step shows what find the stress. Are you following now? In these parameters like this, how can I find stress? Now I can represent this load by what with force, right? Can say this force. So now step 2 shows to find what the stress. But to know that stress, right? Stress is being given as what force over area. Force over what area, where the force is equal to what 800 times what 1000, right? Then the area A is equal to what 600 times 10 exponential negative what 6. Replacing it in this formula, we are going to have what F over A. We know that F is what? 800 times what? 1000 all over what? 600 times 10 exponential negative what? 6. Now, our calculator is going to come in. So I'm going to say that 800 times 1000 is equal to what? 800,000, right? 5 all over what? 600 times 10 raised to the power of negative what? 6. Now, let's divide it. 600 exponential negative 6 is equal to what? 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 3, 3 point what? Okay, 3, 3. Don't forget the formula for the unit of stress is what? Newton per what? Meter square. I fully now. Okay, but this figure is too big now, so we can reduce it. Since if you count them, they are 9. We can decrease it by saying I would 1, 3, 3, 3 point or 3, 3. Since they are 9, 9 is mega, right? So mega Newton per what? Meter square. Okay, now we have succeeded in what? Getting our stress. Okay, now let's go forward. This the what? Third step, which the source should find what? Density. Are you following? Okay, now the density, step 3. Step 3, so should find density. Okay, now what's the formula for calculating density? We'll see that density is giving us what? Rho, right? Rho is equal to what? Mass over what? Volume. But if you remember that formula, we state that weight is equal to what? Mg. You remember this formula, right? Now, we are going to what? Make M subject formula by dividing through by what? G. Right? G goes to G. Are you feeling now? So M is equal to what? W over what? G. Okay, we have known our W, which is the weight. And the weight is what? 880,000, right? Times 10 times 1000 all over our G. You know that G is a constant, right? G is a constant, and a constant for G is what? 9.81. Using our calculator, 80 times what? 1000 divided by 9.81 is equal to what? This 8154.9439335. Talking of rho, right, which is density, right? I know that the unit for calculating density is what? The unit of density is what? Kilogram per what? Meter cube. But we can still approximate this young man now by saying that 8154.94 kilogram per what? Meter cube. This word, the word density. Okay, since we have gotten density, we are going to go forward the last step, which is our what? Step 4. And they say in the step 4 we should find what? The area and the what? Second area. Okay. Step what? 4. Okay. Step 4, so we should find A2. You know that if finding A2, A2 is given as what? A2 is equal to A1 times A1, right, times the exponent, right, of what? 9.81 rho L over what? Stress. Guys, are you following? Okay, this is what? The formula for what? Finding our A2. That's A1 times the exponent of what? 9.81 rho L all over what? The stress. Okay, now let's substitute A1, which is this one, right? That is 600 times 10 raised to the power of negative 6, right? Times the exponent of what? 9.81 times our row is what? 8154.94. Okay? All over, sorry, times the length. And we know that our length is what? Our length is being given to be what? 20 meters. Are you following now? 20 meters. Then the stress, right? So we calculated the stress, and this is our stress, which is what? 1333 point what? 33. Okay, now our calculator comes in. Now say that 600 times 10 exponential negative 6 times the exponent. Now let's multiply what? The numerator by saying that 9.81 times 8154.94 times 20 is equal to what? It gives us 1599999.228 all over 1333.33. Please, when solving, please don't be afraid of what? Large numbers. The number I see there, put it there, okay? Yes, don't be afraid of large numbers. Okay, so we can divide this young man. Okay, so 600 exponential negative 6 times the exponent. Okay, now let's divide it and see then. 1599999, right? There are 5 nines, right? 0.228 divided by 1333.33 is equal to what? 1200 point what? 002421. Okay, so now reaching here, we are going to say that 600 now, like 600